I've put 68 and 70 together because 68 is pretty throwaway. My clear is a pretty good example of why aggro is so important. I probably would have lost a character if the mobs had attacked anyone other than Chris. If you're having trouble, aggro tanks, i.e. not Jack without aggro sets, might help. So Chris or Bearman, for example. I think it might also be a pitfall for some people to put their tanks in slot 1 or 2, which are the two slots that get isolated on the sides. Having your tank in the center will allow them to pull more enemies towards them, and then you can come in with some nice AoE to hit several enemies at a time, which I do with a mercenary Chenny. If instead your tanks were on the side, they will likely only draw 1 or 2 enemies, and then all the others will beat up on your squishies in the center. You can skip to 3 minutes, where information about 70 starts, and if I can figure it out, there will be an annotation or a card. You'll see me checking the boss's abilities a couple times during the video because I saw that he was damage immune, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what he was immune to specifically, and the text from his passive was bugged and not showing up for me. Turns out that he's immune to melee damage, so the Jack Mercenary is a total waste, but 3 Hellfires and Deborah and Rage are godly, so it still works out. If I had known that he was damage immune, I think I still would have brought Chris because the defense debuff was helpful. Taking the 2 buff tiles and using the potions that spawn at the back are pretty important because this boss hits really hard. He's got a 30% max health on his first single target ability, and his second ability is a 3x3 box and hits super hard. So be wary when he's got enough mana to cast the third ability because you don't want to be standing next to your tanks. Luckily, it costs a lot of mana and he doesn't cast it very often, like every 3 or 4 turns, I think. If you're having trouble, bringing extra healers will help you charge up Hellfire as well as keep your tank alive. Serendi's heal isn't enough, and I would have lost my Chris if the party potion hadn't spawned the same turn. Moss's burst healing, as opposed to sustained overtime healing like Serendi's, is preferable, I think, for this level. So some things that might help you out. Anyways, I hope someone finds this useful, and thanks for watching.